Welcome to Sri Chaitanya. This is Uma Shankar. Welcome to JEE Main Sure Daily Series Season 2. And in this season, actually, we are concentrating on some of the tips, shortcuts, and tests. Tests in the sense, some of the topic-wise tests, or part tests, or full tests, or grand tests, and topic-wise assignments also we are providing in season 2. And they are not only useful for JEE Main, and they are also useful for coming advanced examination. Now, so far we have completed in season 2 series number 4. This is about series number 5. Again, my friends, please don't forget to check the description. There I am providing all useful links for you. And with the help of the links, apart from this lesson, you can download the corresponding question papers and some of the assignments and tests also. So my friends, now according to this season 2 JEE Main Sure Daily Series, now today our topic is sequences and series. Of that, we are now concentrating arithmetic progression. Here I am giving 5 beautiful concepts in arithmetic progressions, and of course they are not only the best concepts in arithmetic progressions, they are very useful shortcut formulae also. The generalized versions here I am providing it for you. My suggestion would be, here I am not giving the proofs, but I will give the explanation, of course the model and the method how to get that result also. But my suggestion would be, you just practice and you derive all those results. But what kind of questions that we may expect in examination is very, very important. And as I said earlier, apart from this series and apart from this 5th series, I am providing an assignment on sequences and series. Please check that in the description and download the link, and you will enjoy that paper. And those questions are very, very useful, because from sequences and series or progressions, one question is a guarantee. Not only one question, we may expect application oriented also. Minimum 2 to 3 questions are guaranteed exclusively from sequences and series, directly or indirectly. Now coming to concept number 1. See my friends, here I am giving 2 to 3 concepts at a glance. After this is 1. If read the concept very carefully, the pth term of an AP is Q and qth term is P. AP means in general, consider the series A plus D, A plus 2D, and this is about the series which is in the progression which is in arithmetic progression, where A is the first term and D is the common difference. Like that, if pth term of an AP is Q and qth term is P, then rth term of an AP is P plus Q minus R, and P plus qth term is 0. So suppose they may ask the question like this. Suppose the pth term of an arithmetic progression is some 10, and the qth term of the arithmetic progression is 5. So they may give like this. Or the pth term of the arithmetic progression, the pth term is 10 and qth term is 5. They may ask rth term, they may ask the 7th term of the progression. Simply you can say that answer could be 10 plus 5 minus 7. So immediately you can get 15 minus 7, that is 8. So without solving the problem, immediately you can attempt the question very easily, because I have observed all the papers, previous JEE Main examination papers. These are the standard version questions. They are asking the particular cases in examinations in the straight objective questions. And of course, again, the pth term of AP is Q and the qth term is P. Suppose the 10th term of an AP is 7 and the 9th term of an AP is 10. Suppose this is 9 and this is 10. They may ask what is P plus qth term. They may ask what is the 19th term. Then the answer would be what? 0 simply. The 19th term would be 0, you can say that, because here the 10th term is 9 and the 9th term is 10. So that is the case here. So if they are asking the question what is the 19th term, then immediately you can say without without solving the question, immediately the answer should be 0. So in that way, these shortcuts are very, very useful, and the derivations are also very, very useful. My suggestion would be please practice those derivations. Now coming to the second concept, here in the concept number 1, all are the similar one. That's why here I am giving 2 to 3 concepts of same fashion at a glance in concept, under concept number 1 only. If m times the mth term and n times the nth term on f AP are equal, that means if m tm is equal to n tn, that means m times the mth term and n times the nth term of an AP are equal. Then what is m plus nth term? If they are asking the answer, then answer should be what? 0. Immediately you have to answer that as 0. That means the 9 times the 9th term is equal to 8 times the 8th term of an AP. Then what would be the t 17th term? Immediately you can say that answer as 0. Without solving anything, immediately by applying this question, you can write answer as 0. So what kind of questions that we can expect? See, listen, 9 times the 9th term is equal to 8 times the 8th term of an AP. Then the m plus n means 9 plus 8, that's t 17th term is equal to dash. Answer would be what? 0. Now coming to the third one, the sum of first p terms on an AP is same as that of q terms. See, listen very carefully. Sum of first p terms, that means SP, is equal, this is sum of first p terms, is equal to sum of first q terms, that means SQ. So under the same AP, if sum of first p terms is equal to sum of first q terms, then what is sum of first p plus q terms? Answer would be 0. Suppose sum of first 10 terms of an AP is equal to sum of first 11 terms of an AP, then what would be the sum of first 21 terms? Then immediately you can write the answer as 0. So these are the very elementary question. While applying, while looking, observing the formula itself, if you have practiced the questions in this way, you can get the answers very easily. So in my suggestion would be, please practice the questions in that fashion. Though they are confusing you, please try to understand the literature and terminology, and if the meaning carries as we mentioned in the statement, then immediately you can write the appropriate answer for that question. Now coming to the another important formula, the sum of first p terms on an AP is q, and the sum of first q terms on f is p. That means if SP is equal to q and SQ is equal to p. Say for example, sum of first 10 terms is equal to 8 and sum of first 8 terms is equal to 10. Then what would be the sum of first 18 terms? That means 10 plus 18 terms. Then answer would be minus of p plus q, that is minus of 8 plus 10, that is minus 18. Immediately you can write answer as minus 18. So like that, if they are asking, several times questions were asked in JEE mains examination especially. So, and moreover, these models are very important even for statistics also, because in statistics, mean is there. Mean in the sense that may be either arithmetic mean or geometric mean or arithmetic progressions or geometric progressions. In that aspect also, these concepts are very, very useful. Now, this is about concept number 1. Now coming to concept number 2. Listen the statement very carefully, my friends. If sum of first m terms of an AP is 0, that means if SM is equal to 0, sum of first m terms of an AP is 0, then the sum of next n terms is, see, the sum of next n terms. So first sum of first m terms is 0, then sum of next n terms is, answer would be minus an into m plus n by m minus 1, where a is the first term. Suppose if they give for an AP, if 2 is the first term, and as they mentioned, sum of first 7 terms is equal to 0, and then sum of next 15 terms then sum of next 15 terms equal to, if they asked the question in this way, then I can write my answer would be minus 2 into, what is n? N would be 15 into m plus n. My m plus n is what? That is 22 divided by m minus 1. M minus 1 is what? That is 6 I can write. So this I can cancel it, this is 3, so thereby I can simplify this. You can get the 3 5s are 15 and 22 into 5, I can get answer as what? 22, 5 2s are 10, 5 2 to 11, 110 is the answer. So, like these questions, if they are asking in mains examination, immediately you check, okay, what is the first term and what statement is given here, what is sum of first m terms and what is sum to next n terms, then immediately you can write answer with this formula as a direct step. Now, coming to the next important one, the ratio of the sum of first n terms and that of the first n terms of an AP is m square by n square. The ratio of sum of the first m terms to sum of the first n terms is equal to m square by n square. This is the question given for you in an AP. Okay, then the ratio of mth term and nth term, that means Tm by Tn is equal to, if they ask the question like this, suppose sum of first 8 terms to the ratio of sum of first 8 terms to sum of first 7 terms is equal to 64 by 49. If they ask the question like this, then what would be the T8 by T7? If they ask the question like this, then immediately you can say that answer as 2 into m minus 1, and that means 2 into 2 into 8 minus 1 by 2 into 7 minus 1, that is 16 minus 1, that is 15 by, this is 14 minus 1, that is 13. Immediately you can write that as answer as what? The ratio like this. Okay, my friends, this is ratio. If they ask the ratio you have to mention. So this is about concept number 2. Now coming to concept number 2, the third question, because these are all the similar problems in arithmetic progressions, and these are all the generalized problems in arithmetic progressions. They will ask in the competitive examination as a particular cases. Sometimes they may ask the same question itself as a problem also. See, listen, now what is the third point? The sum of n terms of two APs are in the ratio. Suppose there are two APs. Sum of first n terms of two APs, that means suppose Sn for one AP and S dash n for another AP. Two APs are in the ratio, they are in the ratio. So that means the ratio between these two is equal to An plus B by Cn plus D. Suppose this is the case. So these are two different APs are given. Of that, sum of first n terms of one AP and the sum of first n terms of second AP, the ratio between these two is An plus B by Cn plus D. Then sum of their nth terms, that means Tn by Tm by T dash m. What is Tm? Mth term of first AP, T dash m is mth term of second AP. If they ask the question, then immediately you can write answer as what? A into 2m minus 1 plus B by C into 2m minus 1 plus D. So suppose there are two APs. There are two APs and sum of first 7 terms to of first AP and to sum of first 7 terms of second AP is in the ratio, that means that is I think 2n plus 4 by 4n plus 3. Suppose they have given the question like this, then what would be the Tm by T dash m? Then immediately you can write the answer as A is here 2 into 2m minus 1 plus B, that is 4 by 4 into 2m minus 1 plus 3. After simplification, 8m minus 8m plus 2 by this is 8m minus 1, that would be the answer. So if that, because these are the standard questions already they asked in JEE advanced examinations also, so we can expect the same type of questions in the coming JEE mains, either in the form of straight objective or either in the form of numerical value based questions. This is about concept number 2. Coming to concept number 3, suppose alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3 and so on, alpha n are in AP. Then 1 by root alpha 1 plus root alpha 2 plus 1 by root alpha 2 plus what? Suppose say something 2 comma 4 comma 6 comma 8 and so on, some what is called 100, they are in AP. They are in AP. Suppose if they asked the question, right, 1 by root to 2 plus root to 4 plus 1 by root to 4 plus root to 6 plus and so on plus 1 by root to 98 root 98 plus root 100. Suppose if they asked the question like this, then immediately you can write the answer as n minus 1 by, because how many things are there? That means they are in 50 in number. So I can write 50 minus 1 by root 1 root 2 plus root 100. We can write simply, that is 49 by root 2 plus root 100 we can write. So like that, if anybody is asking the same type of questions, you can immediately answer the problems. The only thing is you need to write the number of terms. The number of terms there, n is the important point. If you find the n, immediately you can substitute the value of n in this question. How to get this one? Actually by applying the rationalization of these things, then you can get the series, all the terms may get cancelled and you will get answer as n minus 1 by root alpha 1 plus root alpha n. Now coming to my friends, again under the same concept, another version is if alpha 1 comma alpha 2 etc etc alpha 2n are in AP, then alpha 1 square minus alpha 2 square, suppose as I said just 2 comma 4 comma 6 and so on 100, they are in AP, then what could be the 2 square minus 4 square plus 6 square minus and so on plus 100 square? If they asked the answer like this, then immediately you can write how many 2 to 100, 2, 4, 6, how many numbers are there? That means you can find n value there, because a is equal to 2, d is equal to 2, so my nth term is equal to 100 for example. Then a plus n minus 1 into d, n minus 1 into d is 2 is 100. That means n minus 1 into n minus 1 equal to n minus 1 into 2 equal to 98. This is 49 I can get. So n is equal to 50. So n is 50. So what would be the answer? 50 by 100 minus 1 into alpha 1 square, that means 2 square, minus alpha 2n square, that is 100 square. I can solve. I can get the answer very easily. So like that, if any questions are given it for you, then immediately you can solve the problem by using these formulae directly. We can expect the same type of questions in JEE mains examination, either in the form of straight objective or in numerical value based questions. These are the standard questions. Of course, in advanced examination, the question itself may be a bit. As a bit point of view, they are important, and as usual, the formula point of view also they are useful. So if you practice at least these formulae, we may expect very good questions in JEE mains examination. Now coming to question number, concept number 4. Sum of n arithmetic means inserted between two given numbers is n. Is n times the single arithmetic mean of these two. The statement, read it very carefully. Sum of n arithmetic means inserted between two given numbers is n times the single arithmetic mean between two. That means suppose if a and b are two numbers, there are a1 comma a2 comma a3 and so on an. These are the n arithmetic means. Then if I asked the question what is the sum of the n arithmetic means inserted between the two numbers a and b, then answer would be n times arithmetic mean of the two numbers, that means a plus b by 2. This could be the answer. The same question, direct question, they asked in one of the mains examination. Of course, the same question we can also expect in statistics also. Suppose if 3 and 15 are two numbers are given for you, and between 3 and 15 if there are 10 AMs, then what is the sum of 10 AMs? If they ask the question like this, then immediately you can write answer as what? 10 into 3 plus 15 by 2. That could be the answer. That means what? 10 into 9, 90. Simple. This is very, very, very important concept. So, like this kind of questions we may expect in JEE mains straight away. So, without wasting your time, you practice the questions in this sense. My suggestion would be, along this formula, you please try to practice the proofs. Here I am not providing the proofs, okay? Now coming to concept number 5, last concept. If there are n arithmetic means between a and b. As I said, suppose a, b are two numbers, see a1 comma a2 and so on an. These are the n arithmetic means between a and b. And the ratio of the last and first mean is mu is to 1. The ratio of the last and first mean, that means an by a1. This is given as what? Mu by 1. Mu is to 1. Then n equal to dash. What could be the n? The answer would be a minus b mu by a mu minus b. Just like, suppose between 2 and 100, there are 20 arithmetic means. Suppose between a and 2 and 100, there are 20 arithmetic means. So the 100 arithmetic mean 100, the ratio of 100 arithmetic mean to first arithmetic mean is equal to 5 is to 1 or 5 by 1. Then what could be the n? If they ask the question like this, then my answer would be, my a is 2 minus b into, b means 100 into mu is 5 by a mu, a into, that means 2 into 5 minus b, that b is what? My 100. So after simplification, this is what? This is 500, this is 2 minus 500, that means minus 498 by, here 10 minus 100, that is 98, minus cancel, you simplify, you will get the answer directly. So my friends, these are all the very standard questions, useful especially from arithmetic progressions and from the chapter sequence and series. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you like this, please share and subscribe my channel, and we will meet JEE Main Daily Series Season 2, Series number 6 soon. Thank you. Wish you all the best.